Now, next topic is dielectric. What is dielectric is? Dielectric is nothing but it is an insulating material, or we can also say that it is a non-conducting material which transmits only electric effect without conducting. So this is called dielectric. Like air, glass, any substance which transmits only electric effect without conducting, then such material are said to be a dielectric. So this dielectric is of two types are there. Two types of dielectric. One is of polar dielectric and one is non-polar dielectric. So polar dielectric is nothing but the dielectric material which is made up of a polar molecule is called polar dielectric. And the non-polar dielectric is nothing but this dielectric which is made up of a non-polar molecule. So that is called what? Non-polar dielectric. Example, polar molecule example, if you talk, this is nothing but we can say water, NH3, HCl, alcohol, etc. So these are the best example for the polar molecule. In the similar manner, for a non-polar molecule also some examples are there, which is nothing but we can say these are N2, H2, O2, etc. These are the best example. We can say that these are called non-polar molecule. So in case of polar molecule, if you take a single molecule, suppose if you take a single molecule, if suppose this is positive, this is negative, means single molecule will have a permanent dipole moment. We know that dipole moment will be from negative to positive. We know this very well. Its direction is from negative to positive, which is representing with letter P bar. We have learned previously. So this dipole moment will be permanent for this polar molecule. If you consider polar dielectric is nothing but this is made up of a large number of such polar molecule. If you take like this, they will be initially in a random direction. One is negative, positive, positive, negative, like this. They will be in a random possible directions, different direction they will be. In this case, we can say that the net dipole moment of this material is said to be 0. But if you take a single molecule, it will have a permanent dipole. But for this, the dipole moment is said to be 0 when external field is 0. Means in the absence of electric field also, the net dipole moment is said to be 0. So when you apply when electric field is 0, then for this dipole moment also said to be 0. This is also 0. When external electric field is non-zero, that means when electric field is applied through this, then when electric field is applied in this direction, suppose say electric field E is applied, then in this case all this molecule will align along the direction of electric field, such that minus plus minus plus minus plus. So in this way they will align. So now here this side negative is there, this side positive is there. That means I can say that in this direction the electric dipole moment is said to be. So here dipole moment is non-zero. Here it is 0. When external field is 0, dipole moment is 0. But when external electric field is non-zero, that means when electric field is applied, then dipole moment will also non-zero. The same way if you go for this, for a non-polar dielectric, in this case the molecule will be like this. That means positive and negative. That means the center of a positive charge and the center of a negative charge both will be coincides. The center of a positive charge as well as the center of a negative charge both will be coincide. Hence we can say that here dipole moment is said to be 0 in this case. for a single molecule. But in this case, single molecule is non-zero. There is a permanent dipole moment is there, but here dipole moment is 0. So like this only, this is a non-polar dielectric, suppose I have taken. So this will be like this. Positive, negative, all are coincide such that net dipole moment is said to be also 0 for this also. When external field is 0, then here also I can say that dipole moment is also 0. But when external field is non-zero, that means when external field is applied on this, now in this case the positive and negative charge, they will be separated by a small distance. That means now it will become polar molecule like. Now these two charges have been separated like this. So in this way, all this non-polar molecule, now it became polarized. So hence we can say that now it will have a dipole moment. That means dipole moment for this also non-zero, we can say. Now the next topic is effect of dielectric on capacitance. Let us consider that this is a parallel plate capacitor. Say this is a positive charge plate of charge, say this is capital Q, and here say this is a negative charge plate, say this is of a minus Q. Now suppose say a dielectric slab is introduced between them. So now what happens is, here as we know that this dielectric slab is either made up polar or non-polar molecule. So that means in this it may be of polar molecule or non-polar molecule. So when an electric field is applied, then this will get polarized. That means I can say that the negative charge will try to come towards the positive, and in this the positive charge will try to come towards that negative charge. That means if this is the external field which is applied, say that is E outside, then inside this from positive to negative, induced electric field also is said to be developed. Say that is EI. EO is nothing but this is called outside electric field which is created by these plates. Because of this dielectric slab get polarized, and inside an electric field is said to be induced which is from opposite in direction. Therefore, the net electric field in this case is given by E net is equals to, net electric field is given by E out minus E induced. Here E net is nothing but the net electric field in this dielectric slab. Therefore, this E net is given by E naught by K. We know this very well. Electric field in a medium is equals to electric field in air divided by K. Therefore, if we substitute here, this will become E naught by K is equals to E naught minus EI, induced one. Therefore, from this we can write EI is equals to E naught into K minus 1 by K. As we know that if this is a plus Q and this plate is of minus Q, when a dielectric slab is placed here a charge is said to be induced. Let us say the charge on this plate is given by, say that is small q, that is negative minus small q. The induced charge on this side is, say that is plus q. Then how much charge is said to be induced on this dielectric slab? This is given by, that is induced charge. This induced charge Q is given by capital Q into 1 minus 1 by K. Here Q is nothing but the charge on these plates, and here K is nothing but the dielectric slab which is introduced. Its dielectric constant is K. Now next topic is capacitance of a various capacitor. Let us consider this is a capacitor. Say this is a positive plate. Say this is a negative plate. The charge on it, say that is plus Q. The on it, say that is minus Q. Let capital A is the area of the plate. The plate is like this plates are there. Two plates are there like this. Okay. So each of area A, and the separation between them, say that is small d is the separation between them. Then the electric, and say sigma, that is plus sigma, here this side is minus sigma, is the charge density. Therefore electric field between two plates is given by, the electric field between the two plates is given by, due to this plate at any point electric field at this point due to this plate will be sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Similarly, due to this also at that point one more sigma by 2 epsilon naught. That means the electric field at a point due to this plate is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Due to this plate one more sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Therefore, electric field at that point is given by sigma by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma by 2 epsilon naught. This is two are there. One is due to this and one is due to this also, sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So both will be having, totally we can say that sigma by epsilon naught is the total electric field at this point, and it will be in this direction. Electric field will be in this direction. And now electric potential or the potential difference, we can say. Potential difference between the plates. As we know that electric potential V is equals to E into D. One formula is there. That is this formula. We know that E is equals to minus dV by dx. This is one formula. Electric field is nothing but is equals to negative potential gradient. Therefore, from this dV is equals to E into dx minus of. So this only I have written here. V is equals to E into dx is nothing but displacement. So here the distance between the two plates is d. I have taken magnitude. That's why I have taken here positive value. Therefore, E means here I can write what? Sigma by epsilon naught into d. So this is the electric potential between the two plates is how much this is. So this is the electric potential difference. Or here E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. And also in terms of charge also we can say this, as we know that sigma, that is surface charge density, is equal to charge by area. Also we can say, so here instead of this charge density we can write Q by A. That is, this is equals to Q by A into epsilon naught. Also we can say this is also one more formula we can use. Next is capacitance. Capacitance C of this capacitor is given by C is equals to A epsilon naught by D. If the medium of dielectric constant K is present between the plates, that means initially between the two plates nothing is there. That means only air or vacuum is we can say. So further the capacitance value is this much. If suppose a dielectric constant of medium K is present between the two plates, that means if suppose this is the plates are there between these two, suppose say that a dielectric slab is completely filled of dielectric constant K. This is of distance D. Then now what is the capacitance or new capacitance of this capacitor? It is given by C dash is equals to K into A epsilon naught by D. So just multiply with K for this, then we will get this value. Therefore, the relation between these two, this is the capacitance for a medium and this is the capacitance for a vacuum or air. Then the relation between these two is nothing but given by C dash is equals to K times of this entire thing. We can write it as a C. That means capacitance of a capacitor increases by introducing any dielectric medium and it is increased by K times. Here the capacitance of a capacitor when dielectric slab is partially filled. That means initially just before we have seen that when a capacitor is completely filled, then the formula is C is equal to K into A epsilon naught by D. Here if the dielectric slab of thickness T and dielectric constant K is partially filled, then what is the capacitance of this capacitor? And it is given by C is equals to A epsilon naught divided by D minus T plus T by K. Here this is insulating medium, or we can also say it as a non-conducting medium or material, we can say. Instead of this non-conducting material, suppose I have taken a conducting material. So let us consider the case. For conducting material means nothing but we can say that like metals. So for metals the value of K will be infinity. Keep in mind that the value of K, this is nothing but dielectric constant value for a metals, it will be infinity. So that means if a metal is placed here instead of dielectric slab, if suppose a metal is there of thickness T and this is kept at a distance D of dielectric constant K for metal which is infinity, then from this formula we can say that C is equals to A epsilon naught whole divided by, so K is equal to infinity means here 1 by infinity, this will become 0. Therefore we will left with D minus T. So this is the expression. So this is the expression for a what? Capacitance of a capacitor when a metal is partially filled. Okay. Now if suppose the metal is completely filled here. If the metal is completely filled means what? If metal is completely filled. If metal is completely filled means what we can say in this case? That means here T and D will become equal. See, if you increase the metal, that means T will become equal to D. Therefore, these two will get cancelled. If these two get cancelled, then what happens? This will become 0. 1 by 0 will be infinity. So, therefore, C is equals to infinity. That means if the metal is completely filled between the two plates, then the capacitance of a capacitor will become infinity. Now, when n number of dielectric slabs of different thickness and dielectric constant are introduced between the plates, then that means different dielectric slabs of different thickness and different dielectric constants are introduced. That is, n number of slabs are introduced between the two parallel plate capacitors such that the area of all the plates are equal. Then the net capacitance between the two plates, that is the capacitance of these two plates, is given by C is equals to A epsilon naught whole divided by, as we have written for the first one, that is D minus T1 plus T1 by K1. So this is for first one. Similarly for the second one, D minus T2 plus T2 by K2, plus if you continue like this so on, it will go for this like this so on. So finally last we can write d minus Tn plus Tn by Kn. So from this A epsilon naught whole divided by, here if I take d from this all, if I take this as a common, that is d minus, here T1, T2, T3 and so on many are there. So if I write all aside, that means I can write T1 minus T2 minus T3 and so on like this minus Tn I can write. Similarly plus, therefore it is left with T1 by K1, T2 by K2 and so on. That means T1 by K1 plus T2 by K2 plus T3 by K3 and so on, Tn by Kn we can write. So this is the general expression, that is if I take this one, if I write like this, if I take this as a common, that means if I take minus as common, then minus will come outside, then these are all will become plus. So therefore this is the general expression for a capacitance of a capacitor when n number of dielectric slabs are partially filled. Now next topic is force between the two plates. Say this is a plate and this is one more plate. Say one is of positive 1 and one is of negative 1. Let us consider this is of positive Q, this is of negative Q. Area of the plate, say that is A is the area of the plate, and the potential difference between this is, say that is V is the potential, and let us say capacitance of this capacitor is, say that is C is the capacitance of the capacitor. Therefore the electric field between these two plates at any point, we know that is E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. Here sigma by epsilon naught is nothing but it is the total electric field by the two plates. But due to single plate, what is that electric field due to single plate? That is only one, suppose, which is nothing but half of this, which is nothing but sigma by 2 times of epsilon naught. So suppose say this emits an electric field in this direction. This field is acting a force on it, that is this plate is acting a force on this plate due to this electric field. Therefore force acting on the plate is given by force acting on, say that is negative plate by the positive plate is given by general formula. We know that F is equals to Q into E. We know this formula, general formula. So here Q is nothing but we can say magnitude of any one of the charge, that is Q, into E. What is E here? E is nothing but this is producing electric field which is acting on it. This is nothing but this one, that is electric field due to a single plate. That is we can say here sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Therefore we can say Q sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So this is the force acting. And also we can write in different forms also. That means since we know that sigma is equals to charge by area, therefore here sigma Q is equal to sigma into area. So if I write here sigma into area into sigma 2 epsilon naught, this will become sigma square A by 2 epsilon naught. So this is also one more form in terms of surface charge density. And also in terms of charge also we can write like this. Since we know that sigma is equal to charge by area, therefore sigma square is equal to Q square by A square. We know this very well. If you substitute here Q square by A square into here A by 2 epsilon naught, 1A will get cancelled. So finally it is left with what? Q square by 2A into epsilon naught. So this is also one more force. This is one expression. This is also one more expression. And this is also one more expression. Also, if I divide this, suppose this F is equals to Q square by 2A into epsilon naught. If I divide this with small d, and also if I multiply it with a d, I can write like this. If I write like this, then what we can say here? Therefore, F is equals to, here we know that Q is equal to, we know that CV, Q is equal to CV. So instead of this we can write C square V square whole divided by here 2 into, what is this value? A epsilon naught by d is nothing but this is called C only, into one more d is there, d. Therefore this one C will get cancelled. What is left here? 1 by 2. Here one C is left here, V square. C V square by d. So this is also one more form is there. So finally I can say that F is equals to half CV square by d. Energy density. What is energy density? Energy density is nothing but it is the electric energy per unit volume between the plates is called energy density. Energy density is nothing but it is defined as electric energy per unit volume is called electric density. As we know that between the two plates, one is of positive plate and one is of negative plate. This is of distance A, d, and area of the plate say that is A. As we know that energy between the two plates is nothing but, we know this formula, U is equal to Q square by 2C. Since we know that sigma is equal to charge by area, this implies that Q is equals to sigma into area. We know this formula. Therefore, also C is equals to, we know that A epsilon naught by D. Substitute these values here. Q square means we can write this one as a sigma square into A square divided by 2 into A epsilon naught by D. One A will get cancelled. Sigma square, this D will go up, D divided by 1 A is left here. Here 2 into epsilon naught. Also, since we know that E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught is the electric field between the two plates. We know this formula. From this, sigma is equals to E into epsilon naught. Substitute this value here and this will become what? E square epsilon naught square D into A whole divided by 2 into epsilon naught. 1 epsilon naught will get cancelled. Therefore, 1 by 2 into E square epsilon naught into D into A. So this is called the energy. This is called energy between the two plates. This is the total energy. This is called total energy between the two plates. Therefore, energy density. What is energy density? Energy density is nothing but the total energy divided by volume. That means total energy divided by volume. That means total energy present per unit volume is called energy density. So total energy is how much? Half E square epsilon naught D into A whole divided by volume of this capacitor, that is area into D will give the volume, that means A into D. This AD will get cancelled. So finally energy density, that is small u, is equals to half E square into epsilon naught.